Hi everyone, Frankie here from the Psych Professionals. I'm coming to you live today for live vlog number 26 maybe. Coming to you live from Brisbane Airport actually. So in the spirit of self-care, I have a long weekend booked with an old best friend of mine. So I'm heading to Canberra, heading to the cold to spend a couple of days with her before I get started again for next week. Although I've had a bit of time off, this was planned a long time ago, and you know, I still have to engage in self-care even though I've been unwell. So I'm going ahead with the trip, even though it's a bit stressful getting myself there with everything that needs to be done. But in the spirit of self-care, that's where I'm heading. So today I thought I'd come to you guys with 3 tips, 3 kind of simple steps for being more self-compassionate. I think that's a really important part of self-care. So the first tip is to start small. So allow yourself, you know, with whatever you want to achieve or whatever you want to get done in that day, allow yourself to take small steps to getting there. It's so easy to kind of beat ourselves up when we're not taking these big leaps and bounds towards the person we want to be or the goals we want to achieve. So having some self-compassion means accepting that these are small steps and they're good enough, and that's okay. So always start small. The second tip that I've got for you guys is to say no more often. So rather than, you know, these days I think we like to say yes, we take on board more than what we can probably handle. So say no, look after yourself enough to say, I can't help out, I'm sorry, I wish I could, but not this time. Say no when you're too busy and you can't take on something at work. Say no when, you know, maybe another parent asks you to help them out. Not always, of course. Doesn't mean saying no all of the time, but it means saying no more often so that you have time for yourself and you're not overloaded with other responsibilities. The third tip for today is, that's right, I forgot it for a second, is challenging that inner critic voice that you have. So really think about what it is that you're saying to yourself on a day-to-day basis. You know, what sort of names are you calling yourself? How are you beating yourself up about all the things you're not doing good enough, and you know, all the ways in which you don't like yourself? Really pay attention to that and ask yourself, would you speak to someone else like that? And if the answer is no, then it's really not okay if you allow that voice to continue. You are just as deserving as anyone else to be treated with respect and to not have to put up with that kind of abuse. And if it's coming, you know, from an internal place, that's still not okay. So be compassionate enough. Hope you can still hear me with that announcement, but be compassionate enough to yourself to say, no, you know what, you know, we all have that voice. So, you know, I'm not saying it can't exist, but be compassionate enough to yourself to say, no, I'm not putting up with that voice anymore. To put a stop to it when you notice that it's happening. Another announcement. Hopefully that winds up. Okay, well, I'm finished for now anyway, so take those 3 tips and try as you can to be more self-compassionate, as I think that's one really important way to self-care. So here at the Psych Professionals, we're here to help you live the life you deserve. So let us know if there's anything we can do. But that's all from me for today. I will try to remember to come to you guys tomorrow from Canberra for the final self-care installment. So talk to you all soon. Bye for now.